Hello everyone, this is Dolly from JD Life. In my previous video I have showed a product about a mist that was from the make9 brand. So the brand sent me their foundation to make a video about it, a review about it. So for a few days I have tried their foundation with different ways, with different application methods, so I would like to show this product. So this is their foundation. You can see the box over here and the package itself over here. It's really sleek and black, and it's not a glass, so it's a non-breakable plastic packaging. The cap is also really strong. I didn't use it for weeks, I didn't use it for a long time, but so far it seems strong, and the pumping amount is also great. It doesn't pump too much, it doesn't pump too small amounts, so for me, one pump is enough for the whole face. It cost about $32 and it contains 45 milliliter. Now about the texture, it's soft and smooth, and I think the thickness is about light to medium. Because it's not too watery, not too fluent, but at the same time it's not too thick either. It applies on smoothly, evenly, in a really thin layer. When the foundation is too much watery, usually the coverage is not that good, and usually if the foundation is too thick, you cannot really apply it on in a thin layer. And when a foundation has this light to medium thickness, I usually use a cushion puff or a beauty blender to apply it on. If you use a cushion puff, the application is really even and really smooth, but if I apply it on with a dry cushion puff, the foundation could feel a little bit drying, at least for me, so I like to spray some mist, aloe vera mist or other type of mist on the cushion puff, and then tap it into the foundation and apply it on like that. The mist itself has some hydrating and cooling effect. So together with this mist, the foundation feels more moisturizing, more hydrating and cooling. The foundation goes on evenly, and it's just a comfortable thin layer. I have tried the foundation itself for all day long to test about the longevity, how comfortable it is during the day, and how much it can hold the sebum production. It has only two colors, unfortunately, 1 and 2. 1 is light vanilla and 2 is natural warm vanilla. The color doesn't get darker during the day, so I use the number 1, the light vanilla, and it's a little bit darker than my original skin tone, but it's still fine because it can adjust to the natural skin tone a bit, and during the day it will not get darker, so at the end of the day I still don't feel it's too dark for my skin. Now about the coverage, it claims to have a strong coverage. I would say it's a medium to strong coverage. If you have just mild blemishes, it's strong enough for you, but if you have stronger blemishes and acne on your skin, maybe you need a concealer as well. However, this foundation itself claims to be a concealer, a primer and a foundation also, so you can use it as a concealer as well, depending on your taste. How strong foundations you usually use? Do you use foundations or just tinted moisturizers? So it's up to you. And here the coverage, I would also mention that it not just covers the blemishes and imperfections, but it will kind of cover the imperfect surface. So if you have like a bump on your skin or deeper pores, it will cover it well, even if you didn't use a primer. Although if you have really deep pores on your skin, you should use some pore primer on those areas. But if you have just mild pores that other foundations maybe cannot cover, this foundation might be able to. And since the name is All Hours Foundation, the lasting ability is a really important part to talk about. I think it has a good lasting ability, and it only has a mild transfer to the mask. So when you wear the mask with other foundations and you remove the mask, you can see the mask has lots of foundation on it, but if you have this foundation on and you wear the mask, you can only see a small amount of foundation transferred to the mask. I did experience this, and also when I was blowing my nose. After that I wanted to fix that area, but I didn't feel like I really need to. So if you touch your skin or you blow your nose or you wear mask or anything, it will not show that touch, so you don't necessarily need to retouch the foundation. Yesterday when I was wearing it, it was about 30 degrees here and just a bit humid. So I am not sure about the humid weather or the really hot 35-40 degrees Celsius degrees. So if you live in the Philippines, you might need to try it yourself. But here in Seoul, I didn't notice any moving of the foundation. My skin is more oily on certain areas. On my chin and around my nose, I usually experience more sebum. So I usually use sebum controlling primer around those areas before I put on the foundation. However, when I was using this foundation, I was trying it, testing it. I did not use any primer, I did not use any powder. So after a few hours I did notice that around these oily areas the foundation broke, so I needed to fix those areas. If you also have a more oily skin type, you should also use an oil control, a sebum control primer before you apply on this foundation. It has a mild moisturizing, softening and skin protecting effect, and it's an all-in-one product. Means it's a primer, a foundation and a concealer. It also has a mild sebum absorbing power, so it can work for those people who has just mildly oily skin. It will also smooth the skin texture, as I have mentioned before, but you need to notice that it doesn't have any SPF in it, it doesn't have any PA in it, so you need to use a sun cream before you apply on this foundation. And the ingredients are all skin friendly, it doesn't contain any artificial fragrance, any artificial coloring, pigmentation, dimeticone, mineral oils and so on. There is a list on their website. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you find this foundation interesting, I will give some link below where you can see the brand's website and you can find this foundation as well. Please give a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. See you next time, bye bye!